How to prepare and cook kale. Hello, welcome to 7 Savings Garden, where we talk about gardening, ways to save money, and other special events. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get notified of all upcoming videos. So today I'll show you how we prepare and cook kale. As I showed you on the last video, we harvested kale from the garden. As you can see here, we had a lot of kale and we harvested a lot of kale from the garden. This is our first harvest, so we're going to show you how we prepare it. So check out the last video that showed you how to harvest kale and when the best time to harvest kale. So once you're done harvesting your kale, you're going to have it in the we have it in the container like this. And what we usually do is we try to wash it outside first, but if not, you can also do it inside. We wash it outside to take out all the sand and all the bugs and stuff like that, but if you can do it inside like this. Just soak it in water for like 10 minutes and then just wash it like 1 or 2 times extra. Usually we wash it like 2 or 3 times just to get rid of any sand, soil, bugs, or anything that might be in there. So we just wash it, rinse it again like that before we start the process of preparing it. So once we rinse it like that, we go to the next step, which is since this kale is really big and the leaves are really big, we take out most of the stem because the stems were a little bit thick and a little bit strong. We did take out the stems for the big ones. The small ones we didn't have to do that, but the big ones we just took out the stems. And here is it. We've taken out all the stems. Now we just have to cut it into smaller sizes. You can cut it to any size that you like, but we prefer smaller sizes like this so that it's easy to mix and it's easy to cook and it's easy to eat. So we cut into smaller sizes like these on the chopping board, and then you can do another cross cut on it so that the leaves are not too big or wider. So once we cut it, we put it aside. Now we have a boiling water, and you can put a little bit of salt, like a tablespoon of salt. In there we have our pepper. We put pepper aside because sometimes some people like to eat without pepper. Some people eat with pepper. So now when the water is boiled, we just pour all the kale into the container, into the pot, and we just let it. We can stir it around for a little bit and just let it cook for about 10 minutes. You want it to cook for 10 minutes so that way it can at least have it ready to be used for the next process. So we just let it cook for about 10 minutes. You can stir it a couple of times within that time to make sure that it's at least is cooked. And once it's cooked, after 10 minutes, we'll take it out. So it's been 10 minutes. As you see, it's boiled. Everything is ready to go. So now we can take it out. And you want to take it out and you want to drain the water. You need a sift. You use the sift to take out the kale and put it in cold water. You want it in cold water because you want to be able to handle it, and you don't want it to cook too much or overcook. So you want to put it in cold water, and that would give you the opportunity to squeeze it and take out all the excess water for the next process. So now that we have it in our cold water, you just want to stir it with a spoon. Just make sure that the water is not too hot before you use your hands to try to squeeze the water out. So now we're going to use a sift again, and this time it's just to drain as much of the water as possible. So once we drain the water out, we're just going to squeeze the kale to get a little bit of the water. You don't want to squeeze it too much. You want it to still maintain some of the juice, some of the nutrients in there, but you don't want to squeeze it too much. So you can just squeeze to get like a sponge-like consistency, a little bit more than a sponge-like consistency with a little bit of liquid still in there. And then you just do the same for the rest of them. So you want to make sure that it's all. You can, if you didn't cross-cut it, you can cross-cut it with a knife now. But if not, you can just let it like that and just go to the next step of the process. The next step of the process is where we add other ingredients to it before we fry. You can add Maggi, cube like this. um, you can add salt if you haven't added salt already in the even though the kale was boiled with salt. You can add ginger. The first one right there was great. Crayfish. And then you have fish. You can use fish, or you can use meat, or you can use any other protein source that you have. And then the last one is onions. So now what we're gonna do, the oil, you can just put a little bit of oil in your pot. And then once the oil is warm or hot, you can just put a little bit of your onions. You can just pour all your onions in there. And you want the onions to saute, or you want the onions to cook for about a minute before you add the other stuff. So you just want to stir the onions. You can use other spices if you have garlic on other spices that you like to use. You can just add them. But this is what we do. This is how we cook it. But you can add different things and adjust different things as you wish. Just by trying different things, you might be able to get a much better result for you. So now we can add our crayfish. If you don't have crayfish, any other fish or shrimp or any other thing that you prefer, you can add that to it. Then you want to stir that a little bit before you add the fish. The fish was already cooked with a little bit of salt, and you cook it to the right level that you want. So after about a minute, you can add your fish now, or meat, or whatever you want to cook it with. So the fish was boiled for about 10-15 minutes with a little bit of salt and other spices. So after a couple of minutes, after about 2 minutes, now we can add our kale. If you're new to the channel, or you've been to this channel and you watch a lot of videos and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified of all upcoming videos. There are a lot of videos. You can watch a lot of other videos that I have there, but please subscribe. That's the only way I know you guys are interested in videos like this. And also let me know in the comments below if you're interested in cooking videos like this, or you just want to see the gardening stuff. Let me know in the comments below. The more people I get from requesting cooking like this, then maybe we will do that. But my wife is doing this and she's a little bit camera shy, so maybe you guys can give her some encouragement to be on camera. So she's turning everything. She's turning it now, and you just want to stir it and turn it for, like I said, 5 or 10 minutes, and then it's ready. You can just taste it and just make sure that it tastes good to you, and that is it. So since the kale was already cooked and everything was already pre-done, just making sure that everything is mixed properly, the taste and all the other ingredients are mixed together, and then it's time for us to taste it. All done, it's good, ready to go. So usually we eat this with different things. You can eat it with plantains, yam, fufu, and a lot of different things, but today we're gonna try it with fufu. So as you can see, it looks good. You can also do You can also do like fried fish or meat or chicken and just put it on the side and eat it. Provide an additional source of protein. You can do that if you like to do that. But that all depends on you if you want to do something like that. So sometimes this is how we present it. You have the vegetable, and you have your fried chicken, and you have the pepper. Pepper is for those who prefer to eat with pepper. If you don't prefer to eat with pepper, you don't get the spicy pepper. So now is the moment of truth. Let's taste our kale, and let me show you how we eat the kale, and hopefully it tastes awesome as usual. So we have our fish, little fried fish on the side, and then we're gonna give it a taste. Okay, moment of truth. Let's taste this kale and see how it goes. And this is how we eat it. So we got some. We eat it with our hands. Tastes good. You can get some fish. Awesome. Thanks for the dish.
You're welcome.
It's good. Okay. Finished it. Okay, that's it for today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'll try to answer as many as possible. If you like the video, please smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to share. Thanks for watching. Happy growing.